说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hey, you're listening to a Newbie lesson on Chinese Pod. My name is Dilu.
Hi guys, I'm John. And today we bring you a lesson inspired by true events.
Your experience?
Some of my experiences, yes, in hotels.
Oh, in hotels. So what kind of issue you encountered?
Yeah, we don't mean to disrespect anyone, but sometimes you just want to sleep in and housekeeping is banging on your door. So you have to tell them,
To go away?
Yeah, please come back later.
Oh.
In other words, go away.
Well, but the tones are not that nice in the dialogue.
Well,
It's David, right?
yeah, that was our audio engineer's interpretation, and he's Chinese, so
What?
maybe that's Chinese culture, huh?
Nice self-defense.
All right, anyway, before we get into the dialogue, though, let's hear this phrase, which is very important in today's lesson.
打扫房间。打扫房间。
Okay, now this is actually two words, right?
Right. The verb is 打扫, two third tone. 打扫.
And that means to clean, right?
Right.
Okay, so 打扫.
Great pronunciation.
Can you say it one more time? 打扫.
打扫。打扫。
Okay, to clean, and what are we cleaning?
房间。房间。
And this means a room.
Right.
So second tone, first tone.
Right. 房间。房间。
房间.
You're right. So you put them together. 打扫房间。打扫房间。
Okay, so that's what housekeeping wants to do when you want to sleep sometimes.
What's their responsibilities? You know?
All right, anyway, let's listen to the dialogue 3 times.
Dialogue first time.
谁呀？
你好，要打扫房间吗？
不用不用，我要睡觉。
Second time.
谁呀？
你好，要打扫房间吗？
不用不用，我要睡觉。
Third time.
谁呀？
你好，要打扫房间吗？
不用不用，我要睡觉。
Now the translation.
谁呀？
Who is it?
谁呀？
Who's there?
谁呀？你好，要打扫房间吗？
Hi, do you want me to clean your room?
你好，要打扫房间吗？
Hello, do you want your room cleaned?
你好，要打扫房间吗？不用不用，我要睡觉。
No need, no need. I want to sleep.
不用不用，我要睡觉。
No, no, I want to sleep.
不用不用，我要睡觉。
All right, so maybe slightly blunt, but it gets the point across.
And like what you said, it's a Chinese style way to say that.
So we start off the dialogue with someone knocking on the door, right?
Right. And to answer the door, you usually say 谁呀？谁呀？
Now, this is actually 2 words, right? The first word is
谁 S-H-E-I. Second tone.
谁 means who, right?
Yes, 谁谁
And then what's the second word?
This particle just to make the tone soft.
Okay, in truth, it's just what people say. When people knock on the door, you don't just say 谁, you say
谁呀？谁呀？ It sounds more natural, I have to say.
All right, so just learn that. All right, so 谁呀? Who is it at the door?
So the cleaning lady is quite polite. She says 你好，你好。
All right, so 你好, 2 third tones meaning hi. This is often used by service people to kind of interrupt you, I noticed. When they want to get your attention, it's a polite way of doing that, right?
Right. 你好. Two third tones. 你好.
All right, so it means hello, but it's often used by people in the service industry to interrupt you. And then what does she say?
要打扫房间吗?要打扫房间吗?
Okay, now here we hear the two key words that we mentioned in the intro. Let's tackle this sentence by looking at the end first. So what is the last word in the sentence?
吗. M-A, neutral tone.
Yeah, and this is a particle, right?
Yes, and and when you see this ma at the end of a sentence, usually it's a yes or no question.
Right, so it's the yes-no question marker. Okay, so we know that this is a yes-no question, but what is it actually asking?
要打扫房间吗?要打扫房间吗?
So 打扫房间, that means to clean a room. We mentioned that before.
Yes, 打扫房间, to clean a room.
All right, but this sentence starts off with
要 Y-A-O, fourth tone.
okay, and this means to want.
You're right.
So what she's asking is, do you want me to clean your room? There's no
Yeah.
you or I in this sentence, right? There are no people involved.
Well, but based on the context, it's quite obvious. It's not like, do you
Do you want to
do
clean your
you-
own room? I was just wondering, do you want to wake up and clean your own room?
That doesn't make sense, John.
Okay, so it's do you want me to clean your room or do you want your room cleaned?
It's funny to say this, but in Chinese, sometimes you don't need to state the obvious.
Right, it's obvious who's going to clean and who's going to not clean. Okay, so again, that question is,
要打扫房间吗?要打扫房间吗?
okay, and his reply is what?
Well, sounds quite impatient and get annoyed.
What does he say?
不用,不用.
All right, so she asked with yao, but he answers with,
不用,不用.
all right, and this 不用 is a set phrase which means no need.
Right.
No need for that.
Yeah, you can use that phrase to answer a lot of questions when you want to say no need.
Okay, can we hear that again?
不用,不用.
Okay, there's a little tone change here. Don't worry about it. It's second tone, fourth tone when you pronounce it. 不用, right?
Right. 不用,不用.
So up and down. 不用.
Yeah, it's like you're on a roller coaster. 不用,不用.
不用, 不用. Okay, so no need, no need.
我要睡觉.我要睡觉.
Okay, so here he mentions himself. So the word for I appears, right?
对,我, third tone.
So I is 我.
Right, going down and up.
The roller coaster
Yeah,
again.
it's still on there.
Okay, so 我, third tone.
Yes.
And then followed by the word for want again, right?
要, Y-A-O, fourth tone.
So 我要. I want something or I want to do something. And in this case, it's
睡觉, 睡觉, two fourth tone.
okay, S-H-U-I, fourth tone, and J-I-A-O, fourth tone,
睡觉, 睡觉.
to sleep. So I want to sleep again.
我要睡觉,我要睡觉.
All right, this phrase is remarkably useful in China, I think.
Why is that?
Because it can be noisy, it can be hard to get to sleep.
So I just assume that you use that to yourself or complain to your wife.
Well, you can explain why you're going back to your hotel room when everyone else wants to run around outside, you know? Just trust me, it's useful. All right, let's listen to the dialogue 3 more times.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
Dialogue first time.
谁呀？
你好，要打扫房间吗？
不用不用，我要睡觉。
Second time.
谁呀？
你好，要打扫房间吗？
不用不用，我要睡觉。
Third time.
谁呀？
你好，要打扫房间吗？
不用不用，我要睡觉。
All right, John. You said this dialogue is based on your personal experience.
Yeah, quite a few times when I've been traveling around China and I'm kind of staying at these budget hotels, they start knocking on your door at like 8 a.m. wanting to clean the room. And sometimes you're trying to get caught up on your sleep.
That's true.
So you have to tell them, 不用不用，我要睡觉.
This kind of situation happened when you are in the cheap hotel, but if you're in a fancy hotel, I don't think people just knock on your door that early.
Yeah, especially in a 5-star hotel or something. And if you're at one of these youth hostels sharing a room, then obviously you're kind of forced to get up early unless you sleep really well through loud noise.
And maybe they knock on your door and let you 打扫房间 yourself.
What, in the hostel?
Well, I don't know.
No, they don't make you do that.
Well, I don't have too many hotel
But-
staying experience,
So let's talk about this word 打扫 a little bit. 2 third tones, right?
Right. 打扫 打扫
So what exactly does this include? Is this everything that cleaning means in English? Like wiping stuff down, spraying, sweeping?
Well, if you look at the second character in this phrase, 扫, literally it means to sweep.
So are you saying 打扫 has a lot of sweeping involved?
Well, yeah, this word include basically everything you need to do in a room. I mean, to clean a room.
What about tidying?
It
Straightening
counts.
everything up.
Yeah, it counts.
So it includes that too.
Right. 打扫打扫房间
All right, so I think that's a little bit different from English. When we say cleaning in English, it doesn't necessarily involve straightening.
Well, but in Chinese it is.
Got it. All right, if you guys have any questions about this or if you have any interesting hotel experiences you want to share, we would like to hear about them at ChinesePod.com.
Okay, we'll see you there then. 再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1740.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1740 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1740.